Today on MTG Unpacked, we're cracking open one of these ChannelFireball Facebook crates. I've seen these advertised on Facebook a fair bit over the past month or so. I think they're actually out of stock right now, but they typically do these sorts of bundles from time to time. We've actually opened the Cyber Monday crate and the Holiday crate on the channel before. They've been fairly decent value. So this one, actually before I go any further, this video is not sponsored by Facebook or ChannelFireball whatsoever. So what do you get in this? You get a Rivals of Ixalan bundle. We're supposed to get Modern Masters 2015 pack, Iconic Masters pack, 3 Gate Crash, 4 Khans of Tarkir, and 10 assorted booster packs from recent sets. And you also get some ChannelFireball sleeves, deck box, mini life pad, and spin down canners. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get stuck into this. And I have Chandra and Gideon here for the pack blessing duties. We're hoping to get some really good pulls here. So we'll just crack these open and go through them in a minute. I'll try to skip through these packs at a reasonably fast clip, otherwise this is going to be an epically long video. Normally I like to slow down, spend a bit more time on the commons, but we're just not going to have time for that. So let's see here, channelfireball.com, we get this fairly nice box. Aha! So they've squirreled away some other items here. Here's the life pad. I've seen somebody at the game store using one of those. We also get the Modern Masters 2015 and a Iconic Masters pack. Set those aside. And some ChannelFireball sleeves. And we also get some nice spin downs here. Oh, and a card divider. Can't forget that. So let's take a look. We get a green and a black or grey. Totally out of focus because there we go, camera doesn't know what to do with it. And also one of these weird little cards, I don't know, somebody associated with the company. Leave a note in the comments if you know what that's all about. So let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Let's crack into the box here. And then I will take a look at the packs. Alright, so what else we get? Eldritch Moon, a couple of those. Amonkhet, 2 of those. 2 Hour of Devastation. Okay, and then Gate Crash, 3 packs. Shadows over Innistrad and Ixalan. And a whole 4 packs of Khans of Tarkir, so let's hope we get some fetches there. And then earlier I had the Iconic Masters and Modern Masters 2015. So let's set these aside. I want to get stuck into the Rivals first. I've opened these on the channel before. You get the nice booklet here. If you want to see what's in that, go back, check it out on the previous video. Also get a poster in here and a weird box. I like to use these for storing the dice. Okay, so what did we get today? We got a green. Excellent. And quick reference, pay attention to these if you're a newer player. Lots of great tips there for how to play the game. Land pack. Nice to get some extra land. And a whole 10 packs. So what we're going to do here is, if you have not seen the channel before, we have this bizarre thing we do where we bless the packs with Planeswalkers in the vain hope that it will give us some good pulls. So Gideon is going to dance across the packs like so, followed by Chandra, because you can never have enough luck when you are opening packs of Magic cards. So let's get stuck into these. Hope we get a Rekindling Phoenix. I'm looking for an extra one of those for my aggro deck. Actually, I've been running a janky red-green aggro deck lately, and it didn't do terribly well at F&M last night, so I might need to make some tweaks to that. Okay, uncommons. We have a Relentless Raptor, Stone Quarry, Siren Reaver, and Path of Discovery. Alright, whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it explores. Okay, and a Crushing Tide foil. And what is this? Oh, just a checklist and a City's Blessing card. So how has everybody else done with Rivals? Are you just about fed up with the whole thing? You're sad to see it go? Or you are looking forward to seeing what it can do with Dominaria? There's going to be some crazy standard coming up, I think. So Jungle Creeper, Everdawn Champion, Expel from Erezka, and Radiant Destiny. That's pretty decent. And, oh, Journey to Eternity. Alright, one of these flip cards flips into Atzal Cave of Eternity. That's pretty good. Alright, I'll take it. And my pack organization leaves something to be desired. And my pack opening skills are not the best either. So let's see if I can speed this up. Right. We get an Atsakan Seer, Foul Orchard, Reaver Ambush, and Bishop of Binding. And Strength of the Pack. Wow, we're doing pretty good with foils so far. Normally you're lucky to get maybe one foil out of these whole boxes. And a mountain and some treasure. And I imagine this playmat is going to get pretty crazy with cards, so I'm going to have to do some cleanup after this. Alright, next up we have a Out of Focus Woodland Stream, Golden Demise, Deadeye Brawler, and a Crafty Cut Purse is the rare, with an island and an elemental token. So we've got the token there. Now we just need the Rekindling Phoenix and we'll be all set. Okay, next up we have Sea Red, Enter the Unknown, Oathsworn Vampire, and Slaughter the Strong is the rare. And some treasure and one of these tokens. And Gideon, I don't think he's that happy. He just fell over. Some would say it is due to the Funko Pop famously poor balance. I say it's because he is not impressed. Okay, get our commons straightened out. Sky Marcher, Aspirant, Daring Buccaneer, Golden Demise again, and a Temple Altarsaur. Source will deal damage to another dinosaur you control, prevent all but one of that damage. 3/4 for 5 mana. I don't think I have seen that card before. Okay, Golden Demise. That was pretty good out of that pack. And we get our City's Blessing again. Down to the last 4 packs. Come on, value! Chandra Gideon, what have you done to me? We had to put Jace away in the box because he was hosing us too much, so I really hope we don't have to do the same with you guys. Next up we have a Mausoleum Harpy, Cacophodon, Siren Reaver, and Tetzamot Primal Death. Alright, 6/6 for 6 mana, legendary creature, Elder Dinosaur with Death Touch. You can pay a swamp, reveal him from your hand, put a prey counter on a target creature, activate this ability only during your turn, and when he enters the battlefield, destroy each creature your opponents control with a prey counter on it. And I love the artwork for these huge elder dinos. That is very cool. Leave a note in the comments if you are running an elder dino deck. I'd be interested to hear how that's working out for you. Next up, third to last pack. The dinos actually weren't that great in Ixalan, but I think they really improved that when they fleshed it out a bit with Rivals, added a bunch more options for those guys. Atzacan's Seer, Oathsworn Vampire, Direfleet Neckbreaker, and Immortal Sun Mythic! Okay, very cool. Players can't activate Planeswalkers' loyalty abilities, and so on and so forth. Planes and another City's Blessing. We are getting so many blessings here. Maybe that's what we ended up with. Gideon and Chandra just got us the City's Blessings, but sadly hosed us. Still looking for that Rekindling Phoenix. And I probably gave you a peek at whatever the rare is there. So next we have a Forerunner of the Legion, Jungle Creeper, Siren Reaver, and Induced Amnesia. When it enters the battlefield, target player exiles all cards from his or her hand face down and draws that many cards. Yada yada. Don't have time to read it, but if you want to see it, freeze frame and a nice Blazing Hope foil. So we are doing quite well with the foils here, and a Forest and more treasure. Can never have enough treasure. Okay, last pack of Rivals here before we move on to the other goodies. And let me know, have you opened any of these ChannelFireball packs before? Be curious what other people got in their random selection of the 10 recent packs. So next up we have Forsaken Sanctuary, Forerunner of the Empire, Ravenous Chupacabra, and Jadelight Ranger. That's pretty decent. Nice rare. And a Plains and a Merfolk token. Okay, so I would say a solid but not spectacular box. So we will put all this stuff away, otherwise I'm going to be totally buried in cards here in my regular sorting scheme before I break these things down. Next up, I'm thinking I will go through these other packs here and leave the Iconic and the Masters, probably that Masters 2015, I'll do that last. Alright, get this out of the way. Next up, let's get stuck into some Khans. We'll do our pack blessing with maximum speed. See if we can pull some fetch lands here, that'd be pretty nice. And again, I've gone through Khans before on the channel. There are many videos, so if you want to see what the commons are, check those out in previous videos. So we have Dazzling Ramparts, Sandstep Citadel, Bear's Companion, and Mardu Ascendancy is the rare. With a Mountain and a Goblin, like these Goblin tokens. These are pretty cool. Alright. Rearrange things onto more Khans. And did I skip ahead? No, I did that perfectly. Alright, Mardu Blazebringer. If I can ever get it in focus, there we go. Suspension Field, Sultai Charm, and Trap Essence is the rare. Whoa, nice! Tomb of the Spirit Dragon. That is some cool foiling on that one. And a Mountain. And here you go, here's a handy guide. Abzan, Jeskai, Sultai, Mardu, and Timur. Those are the color combos. Memorize them. Absolutely useless knowledge, but at least you'll know what other people are talking about when they mention like Mardu vehicles, for instance, or their Jeskai deck. just the color combos. Okay, Dazzling Ramparts. If we can ever get focus, there we go. Alright, Warname Aspirant, Tuskguard Captain, and a Necropolis Fiend. He is a creepy looking fellow. And a Swamp and an ad. Are you new to Magic? Try out Magic 2015. Anyone else looking forward to the core sets coming out? When is that? In July or June? Sometime this summer anyway. That's going to shake up the standard format yet again. I wonder what they'll print in that one. Okay, next we have Chief of the Scale, Cranial Archive, and that is some pretty nutty artwork. Who was the artist on this one? This is a Volcan Baga. Very good job. High Spire Mantis and High Sentinels of Arashin is the rare. With a Plains Anamorph token. Okay, so no fetches. Little disappointed by that, guys. You blessed the packs. We did not get any fetch lands. But let's move on to, let's do Ixalan and some Gate Crash. No particular order here. Do our rapid pack blessings. And we've been opening Gate Crash in the regular series of snacks. Got some pretty good pulls. It's mostly shock lands is what you're looking for in this. So those are the lands where you have to pay life. Okay, let's see. We get in here a Din Rover Horror is the uncommon. Crackling Perimeter, Undercity Informer, and a Night Vale Spectre is the rare. And a Forest and a Soldier token. On to more Gate Crash. And what is people's favourite set out of all the ones we've seen in this video? Maybe you don't have an opinion until we get to the end, but if you've been playing for any length of time, there's probably one set that you appreciate above the others. We have a Nimbus Swimmer, Mental Vapors, Smog Elemental, and I think that looks a bit like a stealth fighter there. Covered in smog. And Signal the Clans is the rare. With an island and a kitty token. Last pack of Gate Crash. Come on guys, we want a shock land. And this is crazy artwork, massive raid. Look at that guy. Ah! Doesn't know what's going on. I always have a chuckle when I see that card. Okay, next we have another Nimbus Swimmer. Go Randomness. Duskmantle Guildmage. Hellraiser Goblin. What is this guy doing? He's just breaking through the wall. And the rare is a Glaring Spotlight. That is pretty cool. Nice artifact. Rare. And a Swamp and a Horror. Are you horrified? Because that does not look that horrifying to me. Okay, so how are we going to do this? So we'll stack these like so. Try to make it easier for myself when I sort all this stuff. Next up we have Ixalan. And does anybody have any recommended sorting strategies? I really struggle. My card table here gets covered in cards, and then every couple of months I'll finally sort through them. Maybe you don't have that problem if you don't have a Magic channel, but yeah, it gets pretty bad. Sleek Schooner, Ranging Raptors, Charging Monstrosaur, and Vraska's Contempt. Very nice rare. That was a nuisance last night at F&M. And a Hierophant's Chalice foil. And a checklist and some treasure. Alright, will you miss Ixalan and Rivals of Ixalan? Was that one of your more favourite sets, or just sort of meh? Don't really care either way. Leave a note in the comments. Next we have a Perilous Voyage. Wanted Scoundrels, Tempest Caller, and a Thaumatic Compass. Alright, this is pretty decent. This flips into Spires of Erazka. One of those nice flip cards, and a checklist and a merfolk. So the checklists, you pretty much need those if you are sleeving, or if you're not sleeving your cards, because they have the magic on the back. The other ones obviously do not. Okay, what are we going to do next? Let's take a look. I want to do these next, followed by these. And I think I've fit everything on there. So Gideon here with the pack blessings, and Chandra. We are doubly blessing these. Let's hope we get an invocation out of those Hour of Devastation Armor Cat packs. So I'm going to leave those to last. They've actually discontinued printing those early. So if you are hunting for invocations, you may want to pick one up, although you're usually just throwing your money away at this point. They're not. The rest of the set is not really the best, but there are a few standouts like the Scarab God and those other gods in the set. We have Briar Bridge Patrol, Invasive Surgery, Ulvenwald Mysteries, and Brain in a Jar. Are we all just brains in jars and we don't even know it? Leave a note in the comments what you think of that theory. And an Uninvited Geist. He flips into an Unimpeded Trespasser with far too many arms. So greedy, he should have given those to somebody else. And a checklist and a spirit token. And I haven't opened much Shadows over Innistrad. I've never opened a booster box on the channel, so that's something I might do at some point. But again, I don't think there's a lot of value to be had in this set. Probably better with Eldritch Moon, which we opened at Halloween last year. That was a fun box opening. We get Essence Flux, Reckless Scholar, Stone Quarry, and Eerie Interlude. That is an Eerie Interlude indeed. And a Harvest Hand, there you go, Halloween themed Scarecrow flips into a Scrange Scythe, and a rare flip card, Sage of Ancient Lore, flips into a Werewolf of Ancient Hunger. He looks a little hungry there, and a Clue token. And I have no idea how I'm sorting that stuff. Next we will do some Eldritch Moon while we're on the Halloween themed sets. Oh, and this is always a nice one. I remember this one. This is the Slayer's Cleaver. Very vivid and horrifying artwork there. Lashweed Lurker. One of the Eldrazi Horror, Spreading Flames, and Emrakul's Evangel is the rare. Human Horror. And a Kessig Prowler flips into a Sinuous Predator. What do people think of those flip cards? And a Zombie token. I think these were the ones they were putting out at F&M's in foil. They looked pretty good. But they have stopped doing that now, and my organisation skills are sadly lacking today. Just too many cards to go through. Let's try another Eldritch Moon. What are the crazy pulls in here? Do we have a Liliana or something? Oh, that's interesting artwork. We get Haunted Dead, Zombie, Somberwald Stag, Abundant Moor, Eldrazi Leech. There you go. So you're eating your dinner. There's an Eldrazi Leech for you. And an Elder Deep Fiend. An Eldrazi Octopus. Alright, do they have Eldrazi ponies or other creatures? It seems like it's only the sea creatures. And we get a Curious Homunculus. He flips into a Voracious Reader, as you do. There he is. Nice eyeball. And a spider token. Nothing too crazy there. Alright, we're getting down to the last 4 packs of these standard sets, and then we'll finish off with some Masters stuff, and hopefully we will do well. I did not mention this earlier, but these were selling for about 80 bucks, so I think it's fairly reasonable for what you get. Obviously, if you get some crazy pulls, you'll be even happier. Consuming Fervor. This was a nuisance at F&M last night. Edifice of Authority, Aven Wind Guide, and Samet, Voice of Dissent. Mythic! Alright, not the greatest mythic, but I'll take a mythic whenever I get one. And an insect token. So no invocations there. Let's try our luck in the next pack. We have Kefnet's Monument, again out of focus. Wayward Servant, Grave Digger, delightful zombie there, and Pull from Tomorrow. Draw X cards and discard a card. Swamp and a cat. Meow. Does anybody do the tribal cat thing? Pump out the cat tokens, flood the board with cats. It's always fun. I did that on the previous, before Standard rotated. I had my Anointed Procession and an army of cats and Zulaport Cutthroat and all of those fun guys. Okay, Crook of Condemnation. I've seen this in one of those Challenger decks in the sideboard. I think it is Merciless Eternal, Liliana's Defeat, and Rona's Last Stand is the rare, with a nice foil unsummon, and an island, and a Sun-Scourged Champion. Okay, Hour of Devastation, last chance for an invocation, guys. Where is it? We need a crazy pull here. I hope no one's fallen asleep. Leave a note in the comments if you fell asleep by this point. And you were startled awake by me shouting. Okay, there we go. Farm to Market. Sorry to alarm you if I just woke you up from a peaceful slumber. Magmaroth, Vizier of the True, and a Pride Sovereign. Alright, he's pretty decent. Speaking of tribal cats, he gets +1/+1 for each other cat you control. Look at that face. There we go. I should have had a Johnny on here. And a Plains and a Zombie. Alright, we're getting down to the wire now. I'm gonna open Iconic first. It's pretty sad when people are thinking Iconic was better than Masters 25, which I'm beginning to agree with them. I didn't have that good luck with Masters 25, but I did actually, shame on me, picked up another set today, one of those draft packs. We'll also be opening a draft pack of that for the giveaway. Hopefully we'll pull a Jace or an Imperial Recruiter. If you have not entered already, there'll be a link in the comments or in the description. Barrington Forge Tender, Lightning Helix, Enlarge. There we go, speaking of cats. And an Abyssal Persecutor is the rare, with a Guard Duty foil and a bird token. Alright, and I just realized why that pack wasn't the best, because we didn't bless it. So there we go, big finish guys. I really should have blessed that last one, shame on me. Sometimes I forget with so many packs to open. Is that everything? Yep. And how do they do this? They have a token. What is this? A Fairy Rogue. Alright. Thrumming Bird. Let's skip past the commons and hope for something spicy to finish off here. Demir Aqueduct, Restless Apparition, that's pretty cool. Spectral Procession, and an Apocalypse Hydra. There we go, look at that beautiful creature. And a foil Plagued Rosalka. Alright, so that is it for the ChannelFireball Facebook crate. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you stuck around this far, you deserve a medal. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button for more Magic the Gathering unboxings, and be sure to tap the notification bell to be notified as soon as new videos are released, and have a great day.